wins. The game is deep, let the match begin. Kings and castles, they don't play fair. Nice sleep through problems like they don't care. The bishop cuts sharp through the mess you make. One wrong move and it's checkmate. So sit down, plan it, don't let it wreck ya. Welcome to the game, this ain't checkers, it's chess, not checkers. Sharpen your mind. Let's dive deep, one move at a time.
This whole time I gotta do better with this new thing. Oh, great.
Not just moves, but the plan you hard.
At some point, it has to be like
queens, yeah, the stakes
we
are
gotta
high.
start recording.
10 steps ahead or watch time fly. It's
Somehow
just
has to happen.
checkers, every move's a
Welcome to
test.
another
Strategy and
Wednesday,
patience,
ladies and
bring out your
gentlemen.
best.
It
No
is
quick
Chestnut
flips, no
Checkers
easy
Wednesday. We
wins.
are
The
out
game
here.
is deep, let
We
the
are
match
enjoying
begin.
ourselves. It is March. It is spring. For those of you guys have noticed, we have sprung forward, which means we get a little bit more daylight. How's everybody doing? I am your co-host, William Alexander, aka Scarf Boy, aka the person that's got to get more scarves because unfortunately he ran out of scarves and has given away all of his scarves.
I'm making you one.
I appreciate you. I got one solid one left, but that joker is thick. I'm talking, it's for like 30 below.
Thicker than me.
I'm talking about, listen, that's the kind of leg I need on my neck, like when I sleep. I'm trying to tell you. I've been doing good too.
Is what you tried to do. You
Huh?
see, I just took a puff off this blunt. You're gonna make
No,
me like
listen. I've been telling, I've been dodging some conversations that have been happening because it's been, I don't know what moon it's been, but folk been throwing little jabs and shooting their shots, and I'm like, hey, hold on. And now I feel like I need to get to know you.
well.
And
What?
this one young lady, and usually, and it's just normally like we be talking about plans and just life and whatever the case may be. She just flat out said, and I would have never expected it from her. She's like, I need some dick.
Oh.
I'm like,
oh, but that could go.
You're not the first person that said that. Like,
yeah, but if
what the hell is going on out here?
If you're friend zoned, they're saying that shit to you like they would say it to any of their female friends. It's not that.
No. Listen, let me tell you a little something about Mr. Fisher. Welcome back. Thank you.
This nigga here.
Because I think I've been friend zoned twice. If I'm being honest with you, I've never really went into the friend zone situations. Like I've had
people you just didn't want to fuck, and
so here's the thing. Most of the time, I've barely escaped with my dignity.
Yeesh. I'm climbing out my clothes trying to get away from her claws, ass nigga. Jesus Christ. What do I know?
Hey. Listen, man, like, and I don't know what it is. And I be telling folk, and I'm like, hey, man, I almost feel like James Brown. Like, you remember he was like, I look good. I smell good. I sing good. And I make love good.
Love good.
Listen, there's some things that I guess it's an essence of Don Juan. Do you remember Don Juan DeMarco?
Yeah.
It's just a little bit of, I don't know where it came from.
Well,
because I've learned to say no. Like, no.
The reason why I made my original statement, though, William, is because you and I are friends. And I feel like in a certain situation or conversation, I have said that to you and not have any intentions for it to be you, which is why I know that it can be said without it necessarily being.
I understand that. You and I understand that.
That's
I
all I
won't
was
talk
saying.
about other people's vagina around the woman I'm interested. I wouldn't do that. I think that we've mutually said, "Can we be friends?" And you said yes. It was almost like stepbrothers. Like I'll be the little brother. You're like, I'll be the big sister. Like, yes.
That's on my drum set. We gonna
Yeah. You got a theme song and everything. And I think that was something that was, I wasn't coming into a situation like, man, I fucked the shit out of Kristen.
Never once.
I put a mic in her box. Like I didn't think like that.
I hope that you don't think like that in reality about any woman.
I'm a Scorpio. You don't want to know what goes through my brain. Like that is child's play. Like you have no idea, nor do you want to know. Oh God, oh man, I stayed near a cross. Whew.
So happy Wednesday, y'all. Welcome to
Listen.
Podcast. My name is Kristen Rare Sense. To my left over here is Long Dick Willie.
Sweet Dick Willie.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know what to say now. This is how we start the show.
And I've been sober, so like, listen, it has only gotten better.
So
it's true,
ladies. It's flapping for you. There you go. It's whapping against the thigh every time. You got it. Y'all figure that out in the DM.
It's got a theme song.
Oh Jesus Christ! Actually, mine does too. But I don't have what he has, but she has a theme song as well. But only that's for between me and her. That's for between me and her. Okay. With that being stated, y'all, we got a great show coming up. Awesome things going. Earl Williams.
I was trying to
keep my composure because where do I go from Dick?
Oh my God, a lip cramp.
Huh?
I almost got a lip cramp.
Jesus
Trying
Christ.
to keep a straight face. Where's my chapstick at?
Please don't bite yourself trying to keep a straight face.
I was trying. But what were we going to? Current events. What were we?
Look, we are on to current events. There's some stuff going on in the world.
Like and subscribe, y'all. Tell your friends. Like and subscribe. If y'all in the same house, I get it. Y'all cheat. Get your own phone and like and subscribe.
First of all, yes, stream that bitch. Have Chestnut Checkers Wednesdays. Watch parties. We love that for us. Right? Howsoever, in order to get your full serving of the D that you need, you got to go subscribe. You got to go on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook.
I don't want to brag, but
Jesus, get your goddamn. Y'all, what was the name of that movie with the bitch that was crazy and she flipped him off with the coochie in the middle of the police station? You remember what movie it was like? Basic Instinct. That's what you just did.
Yeah. That was Basic Instinct.
Don't do that no more, William.
Don't have me sitting down twice out here. Y'all don't get it. You'll catch it later.
Please listen.
I sit down and be like, boop. No.
And this is why I
current events
deal with William.
It be certain. I'm sorry, y'all. Like, I'm medicated now. Y'all did it to yourselves. We're moving on.
And current events. It's 2026, May 18th?
Yeah.
We're right in the Ides of March. We're supposed to be wearing right now. Be wary, beware. The Ides of March, I believe, is how it used to be said.
I think so.
When they was plotting on Caesar, and the nigga was like, I can't say it, but y'all remember that Biggie song with Puff? Like that shit. Morning, yeah.
That just reminded me. and we're getting into these current events, and I don't know why this just reminded me. You said that about Caesar and whatnot. Apparently, um, the International Olympic Committee is having issues with Ethiopia and the world records, and exclusively their under 20 world records. And do you happen to know why? I know you do, but no, you don't know why. Because if I were to be in Ethiopia right now and to say, hey, I am now an Ethiopian citizen, I would be 37 years old.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about time travel.
Right.
I forgot about time travel. You're right, because it's certain, like, okay.
So now they're having issues.
12 countries in the world like this. It's 12 countries in the world like
Go ahead. I was just about to get into it. Go ahead.
What? Yeah, no, because Ethiopia got a lot of fucking medals now. Yeah.
So they blew up the spot. They said, well, we ain't the only ones. But here's the issue. The girl who was under 18 or under 20 that got the world record for under 20 for like the 5,000, she was 26.
She was 40.
If I mean, if you were to like, and here's where I have an issue, and like I was I kind of had like a real big issue with how the IOC handled this. They were like, well, they need to get with the times, and I was like, whoa, time out. And I said this before, and for some reason people think I'm crazy when I'm saying this, but why does the loser get to write the story? They get to write the narrative of everything that happens. Ethiopia won that war. They whooped y'all asses, yet y'all get to make the calendar. But the calendar that they have is true. But you're telling them to change their calendar, which has been true, and they beat your ass over.
Well, here's the problem, no, and I get it now. When you said under 20, I get it now.
You see the perplexing part.
Anybody who, in fact, is 20 is 10. And you can't be running the underages with the over ages. And so, because otherwise,
you're a real strong ass 10-year-old.
But otherwise, wouldn't that be a disadvantage? Like if I was Ethiopia, I would be like, yeah, but nigga, she's 56. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, no, because it's really not. If you with track and field, it's not really how long you're in the sport. It's the big impact you make in the sport. So imagine if an under 20, 27-year-old jumps on the scene and makes their debut as a professional runner. Boom, they break the world record. They can get a good 6 years in and cash in and be the hell out. And they cash in high and then leave when and then everybody's like, oh, they should have kept running. No, I'm like 40 now. Oh, they had another 5 years. No, I didn't.
Okay.
My knees are shot.
No. So
I promise you, this is what's been happening.
First of all, you're telling me I'm 40 again. So it ain't even that big of a difference because I'm still 40 at this point, if it's me. I don't feel 40. I feel 54. I feel the other way. Like y'all fucking me up.
I mean, America's experiences have you feeling like you're 59. I get it.
America. Listen.
I mean, you got generational experiences. you heave hoeing and singing hymns to. I get it. Ooh. You ain't got the life of Ethiopia.
Wait, and I know because I'm happy I got American experiences. That's the bad part. The bad part in my mind is I don't know that I will want Ethiopian experiences based on what we see in Ethiopia to be.
See, and that again, that's propaganda.
Well, we're gonna get all into this propaganda tonight because the reality is
see what we did there.
There is a very, very, very disparate vision of this place we call home, land of the free, home of the brave. And let's just get into these current events. So this week, I believe today, actually, the United States and China are in Paris chilling with each other. Trade talks have opened up. Allegedly, Trump is willing to bring down some of these tariffs. You know, I think, in fact, I watched the Singaporean owner of TikTok say he was Singaporean 27 times during that trial last year because they tried to make him. Okay, for those of y'all who don't know,
they couldn't get him right for nothing.
It's not even that. The whole reason they was going to take away TikTok is because it was owned by a Chinese person, by the Chinese. This is propaganda. When in fact, the owner went in front of the Congress and was like, I'm Singaporean. I served the country for 2 out of 5 years deployment. I'm never been a Chinese national.
Never. And they kept asking him the same question. He's like, I'm Singaporean.
I'm Singaporean, sir. I don't know.
Like, how else you want me to say it? Like,
never a day in my life did I feel like I was ever gonna be like, you know what? I identify with a Singaporean man. But man, because everybody thinks I'm something else. Right? Everybody thinks,
and they will make you believe that you are something that you're not.
Right. People ask me what I am as far as like my ethnicity is concerned, and I say I'm American. No, you gotta be Dominican. You gotta be mixed. You gotta be, I'm just American. My mom and my daddy from here. Like,
right.
I don't know what to tell y'all. And I felt like this is what they did to that poor Singaporean man. And I never identified as a Singaporean man as much as I did that day. So we said all of that to say that the whole TikTok thing was about the tariffs. It was about them making sure China didn't have a way to be making money off of us. So now, a year later, we are sitting down at the table, the leaders of China and the leaders of the United States.
Hey, Stu, your ranch Stu, motherfucker. That's how it is right now, man.
And in the meantime, because you said that, oil prices have skyrocketed. Literally watched gas go up a whole $1 in a day yesterday.
Whole freaking $1.12 here.
Went into work, $2.94. Came out of work, $3.94. Y'all got to chill out over there. Chill out. And let the
oil. Those gas bills right now are sky high.
Sky high. Meanwhile, while we talk about gas bills, people got oil bills right now because it's been 30 degrees the last 4 days in Georgia. What is happening?
Amen. Climate.
Heart, get your people. Get your people. Them people with the double A's. I don't like none of the double A groups no more. Stuff for Alcoholics Anonymous. Y'all be trying to help people. I appreciate y'all. But like NAACP, nah, we got to change the name. Heart, stop fucking with the weather outside.
Okay. There's been a lot of interesting, you know.
It's been a lot of interesting weather already.
I want to say this, and I wanted to say this last week. AI has got some people really confused at this point to where folk don't know who or what to believe. And we're in a space right now where we could see somebody like literally say and embark on retaliatory conversation based on what we did, and we'll be like, oh, that's AI, and everybody will be like conclusive that is AI, and when we're like, no, that was a real person. He is not playing.
That was a whole dude about to come shot.
That was real.
That was real. And see, this is where it gets scary.
Like, they're not going to send fake threats after a real bomb. Like, people don't do that.
Mystical really raped somebody again. He finally getting 20 years for that one.
The fact that he's only getting 20 years at this point is crazy.
Well, he's done his 4s and 5s a couple of different times since we first met him back in the day.
Now, I want you to say that again loud so that the world can hear you.
Mystical the rapper has done a couple of 4 and 5 year bids for raping women since we met him back in the day. And now he's getting 20. So just leave him in there. Please. Like y'all don't understand when people who are feminine, who are no, let me not use that word, scratch that, rewind it, as we would say. The half of us that are females, okay? I don't care how masculine she is. The half of us that are females are living in a world, looking at the world of the males like they're mystical. And y'all got to fix that.
Say that again.
The half of us that are female are walking through the world looking at the other half of the world that is male as though y'all are mysticals, and we got to fix that.
Who has to fix that?
We, everybody, all of us together.
How do we fix that?
Change our perspective to view those who are not mystical as not mystical, but there has to be at some point a not mystical category.
So how do you think that we fix that?
I don't know, bro. This is the propaganda engine, because the reality that everybody that I can think of that's been around anybody that does anything in my lifetime is harmful to women and children at this point is scary. Y'all was laughing at me when I chose the bear, but look at everything.
Nah, I wasn't laughing at you.
Choose specifically, but you know what I'm saying? Like people, the majority of men laughed at women who chose the bear. But reality is everybody's hurting women. Everybody's checking the tightness of children. Everybody is doing this.
I think that we're back to like we not you and I, but I think that society we end up getting to this big circle, whether that circle is spinning super fast or where nobody's paying attention, or so slow that we get bored and we can't stay focused.
Right.
But at the end of the day, there comes a time when you have to ultimately reason with your past and the events that happened in your past. Now, sometimes some of those events are more challenging than others and may need more support and may need more therapy. And you have to make that determination based on, how you see yourself. If you're finding yourself having trouble socializing with basic interaction, you can't keep making excuses to hide behind a keyboard. It's all not you.
No.
This is what society has become.
This is where my response is coming in. I am thoroughly willing to thumb thug on any bitch who states that he needs free mystical. Like, I'm thoroughly, like, at this point, I'm so ready to angrily express to the best of my ability how stupid y'all hoes sound.
Most cases say, if you want a thumb thug, save it for things like that. But in basic nature, we're still in a level of quarantine that happened back in COVID. So you imagine a person that's been 1, 2, 3, we are now 6 years that's been removed from any sort of normal basic social activity, and we were already teetering back in 2019. It's now 2026. People are desensitized. And it's like you have a bubble expanding inside of a wooden box. So to see a mystical is like, okay, all you'll need is a woman that's in the mood and not really prepared for what or who he is. That's how he's lasted this long. It's not just propaganda. It's our responsibility. Like, we lack the depth to say, hey, that is just my inner self is just knowing that that's not a good person.
Facts.
Why? Because we hide ourselves.
Divest yourselves of, you know what I mean? Like we had this conversation last year as well.
Yeah.
The whole Diddy situation, who is still having issues. They won't dismiss none of the charges. He still fighting all of the other cases that were open. Y'all forgot this one case came and went, but there were like 70 something other cases,
quite a few
going on. So he's still fighting all of those other cases, and then it's being whispered about that he's gonna have to testify in the Tupac Keefe D trial as well.
Blow that door open,
right?
Like
so
I'll like popcorn for that day.
I'm waiting for the whole in the New Jack City. I'm not the kingpin. Light skin is the kingpin. Like I'm waiting for the whole shit to happen
before you like my love away. Remember that, John?
I love that song. That's probably the only song by Common where I was like, "Oh my god, that's a banger!" The only one ever.
But yeah, like even things like that. Like we're going to wrap into the subject matter. You know, like all that's going on right now, and including like our entertainment, including our sports, and how that can continue to go on in the midst of what we're dealing with right now, which is completely crazy to me.
Yeah.
And like we have literally like one of the world's largest events that's taking place, FIFA, going on here, and then we have the Olympics going on here, and it's like
that I ain't never been into soccer, but the fact that y'all are doing 20 years worth of road work in the next 6 months to get ready for FIFA is Atlanta might as well just close. Like I'm so, oh my god.
Listen, man.
Everywhere.
Because again, like and I don't think like if you were to take like a situation like that and go to like Oregon and go to Montana, it'll be easier to maintain although housing them is going to be more difficult per square mile. Circumventing events you can control a little bit better. Because you can kind of quarantine it from the outside in, right?
Right.
We're now dealing with major cities. LA, Atlanta, Philadelphia, Chicago. We're like those are like stomping grounds and breeding grounds for disaster right now. New York.
You also got to remember that Atlanta's on the list to be smart city by 2030. So some of this infrastructure was going to happen anyway.
LA too.
Right.
LA got the Waymos.
But right, so don't we. We already got them heavy down here.
Crazy.
They scare the crap out of me. Part of the reason why I stopped doing Lyft as well, because
that motherfucker have a bad day.
How do you get insurance off of a driverless car? Like, nah, it's too. I'm in the house, y'all. Anyway, so
throw the first conversation out the window, right?
In the 80s, if y'all remember, we had the Olympics here. Mm-hmm. And so there still is the Olympic area, Centennial Park. All of that is filled with homeless. And so now not only do you have to like have the infrastructure to house people, which they do still have that there, it has to be updated, but it's still there. You got to remove thousands of squatters and homeless people from the area for any sort of money to come in there. It's bad right now, y'all. Like there are underpasses that are just littered with people in trash, and I won't say trash because belongings, but that's what it looked like because they outside people. You know what I'm saying? Like it's real bad. It's real bad down here right now. So pray for Atlanta because this whole FIFA thing gonna be, and then it's gonna be a whole bunch of different Spanish. You know what? I'm not gonna get racist today.
I mean, and it gets rather without that.
Look, I'm
you're doing great. You saw the segue. We're gonna do good. But with that said, I mean, consider like most like. It's already deafening to know that a lot of the people who make a lot of money, and I've heard a lot of like baseball players, like the Hispanic baseball players that, you know, the Cuban, they come here and they're like, oh, I thought it was better over here.
Right.
And you know what I mean? So you have to consider that like there's a lot of people like in FIFA that make LeBron money. Mm-hmm. But they're in their own country, unbeknownst to what the hell goes on over here. And they're about to see firsthand that it's the home of the brave, all right.
Yeah, y'all finna get robbed. Anyway,
Like we're
Trump.
like you. Our new name should be United States Arena Center.
Well, here's what's crazy, because we got ICE over here, so that's gonna be a problem as well. Because you're gonna have all of these different people of color
Don't know a damn thing from a can of paint.
speak English and ain't from here disappearing. Y'all watch and see half the goddamn Venezuelan team.
Can you imagine running up on one of the wealthiest people in the world that happens to play soccer?
Yeah, it's gonna happen this summer, Atlanta. You heard it here first. So, with that being said, while I'm saying crazy stuff, Kanye drops a new album this week called Bully. I can't wait. I still gotta listen to the new Jill Scott, but her
Fire.
is phenomenal.
Fire.
He's pushing this law through Congress. He's trying to. We are in what, almost year 2 of his, like it's year 2 at this point, correct?
His regime, yeah.
I don't even know what to call it. His
Regime.
A permanent marker on the wall. He's trying to push this. It's called the SAVE Act. Have y'all heard about this yet?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So for those who haven't heard what the SAVE Act is, it stands for Safeguard American Voters Act. Basically, what he's trying to say is that because of the immigration, I guess the war on immigration, is this what we doing right now? Because it was the war on drugs and then the war on terror. So have we moved into the war on, is it still the war on terror? Anyway.
I don't know. I'm still fighting.
That. With that being said, they're gonna, if this passes, they're gonna require people to vote in person and with either a birth certificate or a passport stating that you are an American citizen on hand when you vote every time going forward. So
like
that this is not in direct correlation to the fact that the year that he got elected, our Voters' Rights Act got repassed. So he's trying to repeal that by putting through another act. This dude is not dumb, and this is where it gets scary. He's not dumb.
Well, I don't think he's dumb, but what I do believe is that we're in an era right now where we're relying very heavily on like technological reasoning and logic rather than what's good for like mankind. You know what I mean? And we're really like ChatGPT got us really really messed up out here, man. Like inconsiderably messed up.
That part.
Unfathomably messed up. Like it's like you can't even have a conversation with somebody without somebody referencing ChatGPT to see if there's any way that the probability of the thing that you just experienced could even inevitably be true. Like,
and yeah, here we are. It's 2026.
Like you literally had ChatGPT ruin the balance in the ecosystem of our welfare. Our welfare was a matter, but when we noticed that the matter was not on this side of this color spectrum, it was on this side of the color spectrum, all of a sudden there was a huge shift in how the socioeconomic disbursement of welfare was given. Now nobody gets it.
Sure don't. And they continue to act as though that's because they're trying to recoup from all of y'all niggas who took PPP loans and didn't pay it back. So please let them keep making y'all believe stupid shit. In other news, Sinners swept the Oscars. Maya,
shouts out.
Favorites. Maya got a new album coming out this, I believe, this month. And a new Versus is dropping. So Swizz and Timbo been doing big things in the background, I heard.
Is that right?
So allegedly they got with your boy Elon.
Elon who?
Muskie.
Oh, jeez. I'm not watching it.
No, listen, they done got with your boy Elon. Basically, Elon has created a distribution service through X. And so they have gotten big dough for to do distribution through Twitter X. And the next one is going to be on the 26th. And it's going to be Tank versus Tyrese. And you're going to watch it with me because that's the first one that I actually want to watch.
On X?
I don't know if it's going to be on X or if it's on YouTube like normal or how they're playing it, but
Like, I'm really concerned about that, like how they're monopolizing stuff at this point. Like, it's an ever going big circle.
I mean,
Did
they
you
give us the Monopoly game so that we could understand this and try to play with them, though.
did you notice how like when you're dealing with like, remember back when like Xfinity and Verizon and things of that nature were really taking over?
But you have more than two competitors in the same genre of or field,
Sure.
then it's not a monopoly. But
So
it didn't take into account that these motherfuckers is all working together.
right. So it's kind of happening again. It's kind of like it's subdivided, and it was almost like, okay, we went into this big free agent pool, and then we come out looking different with a different cloak on, but it's the same pattern of events.
When did it stop happening?
So remember, it was a point in time when it was like Xfinity, when you had like that tri package, and it was a whole big old announcement that Showtime was going to have its own app, and then Disney was going to have their own app, and Paramount was going to be coming out with their own thing.
And they
Netflix was
break us too.
you remember that, right?
Yeah.
And then everything at the time was like,
Wouldn't have commercials, and we was going to be able to get away from big cable costs and okay.
right. So spending 10.99 back then, you didn't get no commercials back then. $7.99 was the basic.
Yeah, they're killing
And
us.
then $10.99.
$64.99, my nigga.
I remember when YouTube TV came out, YouTube TV was $24.99.
Mm-hmm.
Now YouTube TV, I say YouTube TV. YouTube TV is like $79, $84. And that's basic.
Mm.
That's just dry cut, basic, bare bones.
So
No premium.
with that being said, I think that for me, the reason why I wanted to do this episode today is because there was it became a joke, I guess, that China couldn't believe how expensive America was. China couldn't believe how much an ambulance cost. China couldn't believe how much we was paying for school or how much food costs and thing of eggs and so on. So with the emergence of TikTok and people being able to share videos across the world, it has become a more, as opposed to the Vines or even the Instagram, where at first that was really just pictures. This has become a more encompassing. People are really just sharing their real lives now. It's not do it for the Vine type. Does that make any sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like people are going viral just by sharing their real lives now. It's nothing people have to do other than be who they are in that moment. Now, however turned up that moment was or it may be is on them. But there's this disparity of what the world knows, and William mentioned it earlier, versus what they experience when they're here.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also a huge disparity in the news and what we see on American news, what we're allowed to see, versus what other countries actually see and say about us. And so, since we just recently had one of these with our I don't even know what to call him, but the dude in charge in the house of the color he should be, we had one of these with him. And he ain't say nothing. So we wanted to get a look at what other people may be saying about what they're seeing and see if the world is seeing it from the outside the same way we are seeing it from the inside.
I had this real quick. I had a person. I was in high school, and God knows it wasn't as bad as it is now. But I guess the state of hip hop was really in depth of like
Dead.
it was pretty heavy back in the day. African guy came. He it was like his first couple days. He says, "Can you take me to the place where they they show on the rap videos?" I said, "What?" I said, "That's not a place. Like there's no place like that." I
MTV.
we had to explain to him. I'm like, "That's not like a place. Like it's like a green screen and like they make up places like that." Like, yes, there's Miami and yes, there's like New York and Philly and things like that. But no, like you don't want to go to a place like that. Like they don't just be out there rapping. Like everybody just got a camera. They're trying to get it doesn't work like that. Like
But
he
we
thought that.
think about what a time it was. We talking Smack DVD era. So
Hmm.
all you ever experienced was Smack DVD type footage. You would really think niggas was standing outside on the block all day rapping like they was cool behind
Right.
fucking harmony singers and shit.
Hmm. And he was so disappointed because he was like, "There's nobody singing in the bathrooms." Like
No,
like he was so disappointed.
very sad.
I was like, "Hey, brother, this doesn't work that way."
Oh God. So I wanted to quickly go over some bullet points from our actual State of the Union address to see if we covered any of these things, disparities already.
Oh gosh.
Our president announced that inflation was at a 5-year low with gas prices being below $2.30. This was from February 25th, 2026. Okay. So we were just saying how, yeah. He claimed that we have the most secure border in U.S. history with 56 less fentanyl and 0 illegal entries. A golden age with record oil gas production and proposed new offshore leasing.
Oh, we got both of them.
The Save America Act, Save
Yeah.
America Voters Act to mandate voter ID and proof of citizenship. He was warning Iran on the 25th over their nuclear and did I say it right? Nuclear ambitions.
That second time you got it.
Yay. Yeah, I try so hard not to say nuclear. Just so y'all know, this is my struggle, not yours. It's okay.
Whew.
And of course, he criticized the Democrats. So that was, and this is why I say he didn't say nothing because for real, nothing he said actually was real. Those with boots on the ground knows none of this shit makes any sense based on what we're living in the real. Inflation is at an all-time high that I've seen in my lifetime since last year.
I feel like we're in like every time we have to pay attention to like the political side of things, it's like it's almost like a serious commercial break.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like, oh, I don't want to pay attention, but I have to. Like I gotta make sure that you know what I mean. If I
Yep.
gotta blow the whistle, like yo,
But I promise you, that's why I chose this next video because as funny as it is and as old as it is, it still applies.
Yeah, we was in Iraq.
What did you do?
We was looking for weapons of mass destruction.
Did you ever find them?
You know goddamn well we ain't find them. What are you, some kind of political humorist? You Gary Trudeau up in this bitch?
I was looking for bitches, but they had that carpet shit all over them, and I couldn't see what they looked like. All that was really exposed was the eyes, and that wasn't enough for me, because, shit, I'm looking at the eyes can be pretty, and I take that carpet off, and then I got a tragedy.
But that's America. You take the motherfucking carpet off and you got a tragedy.
that is. Hey, I got a question, and maybe the chat can help. I got a question for you.
Sure.
Is there a safe space? Because I feel like us folk, we kind of know some stuff about to pop off. Like we don't want to say like what we do know. Like how we knew about Bill Cosby.
Mhm.
Or like we know how to whisper when the barbecue happened, and like that uncle that just be a little bit too close to all the other kinfolk. That everybody be like, yo, watch out for him. Like we kind of know some stuff about to happen. What is our congregational point? Like where do we all meet up? Like where's a good settlement space?
So this is where the whole idea of isolation due to COVID and other factors comes in, though, because the fear of what we're seeing every day when we walk outside of our houses, there is a need for that.
I mean, and I'm not saying like for a permanent residence. What I am saying is like, okay, kids, you know what?
I don't even know nobody with a landline for real. Like I don't know. I don't know where to go. The hospital is probably gonna be the only landline.
Like my gut's telling me we're gonna go skiing. Not forever, just for the day.
Yeah, that could mean a lot of things. I'm not going Appalachian though.
Like, do we have a place? And chat, don't say Houston. No offense.
Please.
Don't.
And they already here. So if you want to come here, we can leave together. But fuck,
Houston needs a bomb. Gilead, that joint is dusty.
Yeah, I picked that video. I want to open it up. Of course, I always want to keep it funny, right? But
yeah,
the idea of we was at war in Iraq looking for weapons of mass destruction, and
go ahead.
His reaction was just so visceral, like
it's disgusting.
Because them people really felt that. Like anybody who went through that really felt that if they watched that show. And it just really throws me for a loop. We had our friend Shaka on here, talking about some of the benefits that he received. He once again said it's nothing like what they show us on the news in real life for those people out there serving in the world, which is fire. Awesome.
It's just crazy work to hear that. And then to just hear we just ignited a country. Like, it's like
and it's playfully talking about doing it to another country that we already had issues with.
It's like, going into the military, you don't even deal with half that stuff. Boom. Like,
so at this point, I feel like we're going after communist countries as a fascist country, and it doesn't make any sense at all to me. And I'm not picking a side because I don't feel like as a person, I'm a fascist. As a person, I feel like I am socialist, I guess. I want everybody to share and be happy. But that's not how capitalism works or communism.
I got no comment about how I am.
I mean,
I just
capitalist, but that's what we're experiencing isn't capitalism.
Some people just need to work at the welcome entry point at Walmart, is all I'm saying.
All right, receipt, please. Yeah. And I think that that's how the world is looking at America now. We are no longer the upstanding citizen of the world. We're not Superman anymore.
Some people just deserve some badges and no belts, like
or all belt and no badges.
No, I'm not one of them type.
I personally don't believe in participation trophies, though.
Nope.
But I just think that a little shared labor would go a long way as far as America is concerned.
America got rid of gym class.
Yeah, they do only have gym once or twice a week if they're lucky.
Remember when you used to get like the presidential award for gym class? Like there was a qualification for even going to gym class. Like you could get your grade in gym, but you still got the award that you get recognized at the end of the year with.
You want to hear a funny story?
Both
of my older children got a presidential award.
For gym?
Yeah.
I hear that.
My son
still do it.
My son, howsoever, was pissed, threw his shit on the ground. I had to pick it up because it's my baby stuff. It's in the inbox. Yeah. But What's wrong with you? Mom, is Trump on here?
I'm crying.
Because his sisters was Obama.
I'm dying.
And so by the time he got his, Trump was president. And he was hot. He was hot. But when I thought about it later, the fact of the matter is the first president he ever saw elected was Obama. I looked from school that day for the inauguration and all of that. Like they was babies, but that's the first and only president he really knew was Obama. And then it makes me think about how he looks at the world, and it makes so much more sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was hot, threw it in the ground, fam. And shit out my head with this bullshit. He was mad.
I mean, but then I guess I look at it. I don't know when you kind of remember your presidents back then, but I do remember the first George Bush before Bill Clinton. I think I was born in the Reagan era.
Oh yeah, I was here for all of Reagan.
When did Reagan was done when?
88.
88. Okay, who was before him?
Who was before Reagan? Carter.
I was born in the Carter era.
Correct.
Okay, I was born in the Carter.
You were born in the Reagan era because you were an 80s baby.
80. I was born in 83, so Carter was the president when I was born, right?
Reagan had 2 terms.
He did? Okay, I was born in Reagan area. You right. I said era. Yeah. Okay. So I don't remember much of what happened in Reagan era. I remember the first time when I ever seen anything as it pertains to like voting, it was with Bush.
Right.
Like the old Bush. And then it was Clinton.
Senior, then Clinton, then Junior.
Right.
Yeah.
So I remember everybody celebrating. Well, I guess like there was a couple sad faces when Bush came into office because things got a little weird. But I didn't know much of what it meant. But I thought it was kind of interesting.
He was a war president. You can't. It's just certain jobs I feel like you don't supposed to hire as the president. The former leader of the CIA should not be president. Actors cannot be president. Like we can't keep doing this actor thing and thinking it's gonna go any different.
Man, like we haven't seen enough Marvel films, but
films period.
So I do remember the first time when I was a kid, I as an American child felt like us as American people had our dicks out was when we were all no, I'm dead serious. Now hear me out. Because I remember the Animaniacs, they had Bill Clinton on the Animaniacs. Arsenio Hall was on the Animaniacs. He was speaking for the greater good. And then I remember reading something and we was like, hey, then this don't make no sense. And then they was like, oh, it doesn't matter because he could play saxophone. And I'm like, hey, but I got a question. And we were all in, our little social studies and this was like first grade. And we were like, and they had us reading this stuff. Like we were really just reading some of the stuff that he was writing. Because back in the day, that's what they did. They spoke it and then we got a chance to read it. And I was like, hey.
Kamala was doing the 3 strike shit back then. So yeah.
So that's why I was like, hey, why does it say that why are they voting on black people? Like, and they were like, well, good question. Then they explained, all about the 3/5 compromise and how they can't really necessarily get rid of it. Well, they can, but they chose to put a bylaw just in case they actually need it again.
And they do now.
So I found that to be funny when I was in like first grade when I saw that. But then I found it even more funny, and this was the humiliating part, was when he was fucking around with Monica Lewinsky. That's what I found was completely funny because he lied about it. But then
he did.
Publicly, they made a spectacle of it because we all saw the black light go whoo over the dress. And we was like,
but wait,
hey,
he just lied about what did he lie about?
Sleeping with her.
He did not have sexual relations
Yes,
with
he did.
that girl.
Yes, he did.
Getting head under the table is not sexual relations, sir.
Yes, it is. Yes,
That's
it is.
sad.
Now,
This
is
is
it to the extent
that
of what Hillary found appropriate or inappropriate is the question.
is the question, right? But this is where I'm bringing these particular things up as we talk about Clinton for this very reason. Our government have been telling us some bullshit for a very long time. This is
Super
nothing
long.
We know every in and out of her vagina and where his ejaculate landed,
Everywhere.
but we cannot ask where our money's going.
Like,
See how that makes you feel? See how that makes
I
you
mean, we can ask where it's going. It just doesn't matter. You know?
feel? Nothing they gonna tell us they doing. Like,
they gonna tell us, and they gonna be like, "I dare you to do something about it."
because what you gonna
They just spent a $1.2 million on crab legs.
who?
The Pentagon.
Baltimore. Baltimore. Hey, baby.
Hey, good evening. Hi, everybody. I'm sorry I'm late.
Hey,
Good, baby.
$16 million on just the break room upgrades.
Okay, so while we talk about it, like, do they not realize how dumb we look to the world where we're cutting off people's health care and food benefits to build a golden ballroom?
People with bachelor's degrees are unemployed.
Massive.
That's all I got.
I work at entry level jobs because that's all it's available. And everybody sees it. So the next video I have for us really was just like a synopsis in my mind, right? Of what we're talking about today and how the world is looking at us based on what they see.
Countries all around the world have been saying about America, and this is all allegedly from other people all around the world. But here are some things that people are saying about us. Australia has now deemed us unsafe to travel. In Norway, they are constantly talking about America and how we have the parallels to World War II and how our societal progression is constantly backpedaling. Germany has actually made an opera making fun of Trump. The UK is also deeming us unsafe to travel to because they believe that we are headed towards a Holocaust. Kim Jong-un believes that we have gone too far. Yes, the leader of North Korea believes that we are going too far. Even Switzerland has now chosen a side. They are finally speaking up. And if it is that bad that Switzerland officially chooses a side, that's how you know it's bad. Other countries talk about how extremely toxic all of our foods are. New Zealand actually categorized us in the same group as North Korea and Russia. Italy is protesting against ICE. Europe now believes that America is considered a dictatorship. Many countries have closed the US to adoption. Other places like Europe and Canada don't even consider us a first world country anymore, even in the medical area, because even though we are medically advanced, what good does it do if nobody here can afford it? New Zealand's travel advisory has gone from a level 1 to a level 2 recently because of the lack of safety due to gun violence and troubles getting in. Canada has been told to ignore all news or medical advice coming from America because they need to look at it as misinformation. Australia believes that we are headed towards another world war. Other countries believe that there is not going to be another election, that we are doomed, and that Trump is now our forever president. And Ireland believes that we have quickly faded right into fascism. Now,
I take Ubers all the time. They tell me their truth.
And see, it'd be the other way around for me. When I was driving Lyft, them folks would tell you what's going on for real.
They like, y'all tripping. I can't wait to go back home.
What do y'all make of the fact that Germany is making fun of us?
Who, as they should.
I don't see
As-
too many lies told either. Like, all that stuff is true.
All I'm saying is, for those countries that feel as though, and I want to say this as diplomatic as well, because I don't want us to be censored. Just know how to aim. That's all I'm saying. Like, I hope you can pee in the toilet standing up.
See, okay, so here's the thing. There
How
are
do you
too
say
many
it?
countries that actually have the capabilities. This is where it all falls down. The countries that have the capabilities are the ones that we play this kind of cat and mouse dance with, but we don't never really do nothing. But see, the last time Russia got involved with us is because we was fucking with their little baby over here, Cuba. And we fuck with the little baby over here, Cuba, because it is a communist outpost for Russian military at certain times, especially underneath the waters. And so we starting to fuck with them again. So those are one of the two people that I feel like had it in the sense of like they bombs can actually reach us.
Like, stop playing.
I don't
Stop.
appreciate this little game.
If y'all
Like,
do decide to play, what I'm saying is strategically, it's possible to get him and just him, and we'll be none the wiser.
If and in fact they got the technology that we have, absolutely. But I don't think that it's clumsy. And I don't think this is my American arrogance. I don't think they're gonna think they can make it here. I don't think that they have the ability to do what we did in 9/11.
America, to me, like, and this is just dealing with like people outside of the country, and those that travel outside from America and they leave and they're like, yeah, I ain't never coming back. And then those that are I guess from a different country and they kind of are here, or you may look at different videos or whatever the case may be. I mean, there's a common theme, and I kind of, if I had an opinion on our state of like social being, we're like that 11-year-old kid that continually gets kicked out of class and is on the verge of like remedialism. Like, that's the state of general processes of American people.
But
When it
wait,
comes,
it's worse because I agree 100%, except that we are missing the fact that the child who's constantly getting kicked out of class on the verge of remedialism is doing so because they are a genius and the class is not hard enough. You know what I mean? Like, in my mind, I'm gonna keep saying Trump is smart, and people always bristle.
well, I mean, and whether you're smart or not, I don't.
Dumb people don't get into the type of trouble smart people
No,
get.
no. It's not about smart or like at a certain point there's a way. Everything you do does not have to be resistance. It doesn't have to be operably against the grain.
Yeah, just anti.
At some point you gotta and for us, we're at the place in society where it's like we're going to prove, even though it's been proven otherwise, we're going to continually try to prove that it's money that drives and money that sustains our economy and da 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 da. And there's been countries for centuries, and there we say eons, millennia, that have proven that doesn't work.
Is that bitch's name?
Who?
The wife.
Melania?
That's her name, right?
Not Melania Trump.
Oh shit. That okay.
Like
My bad.
like 1,000 years.
My bad.
And it's like
This
for us, it's
the favelas. It's
and
yeah.
And just for me, it's like, I've just, and I hate to say it this way, but hell, it's our platform. we've kind of become comfortable and proud of our bastardization, and it's like a badge of honor now. Like the more I can separate from the fluidity of natural order, the more proud I should be. And the world is looking at us like y'all look like ooh,
I mean, we really
Bambi got
bad
dropped.
out here. Look, we bad out here. Like outside of here, people. I remember as a kid, I traveled a lot more. And when I say kid, I'm talking about range from 12 to 25, right? I traveled outside of the country,
Hmm.
and there was always two very distinct feelings. They either loved you because you were American, or they hated you because you was American.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Whereas now I feel like it's only ever gonna be where it's gonna be two very distinct, but it's gonna be two. One is gonna be hated you because you're American, or they pity you because you're American. It's no more love. The propaganda has stopped working on the rest of the world a long time ago.
Yeah, it's an eerie
Yeah.
objectification though.
Hmm. It really is, because we're still being held as the standard, and this is where it
Right.
falls down. I think that's why. What was it called? Petro funding. What did you call it? Petrodollar was so
Yeah. Yeah,
because
we need to cut our lights off for a little bit. And
that's
why
not.
our lights, I mean, and don't think like listen, we can write, we can type. We not gonna panic. We gonna get our message out. But they need to cut the lights off on social media and the internet for a little while. And let the games be. If y'all want to really play a game, let them begin. Pack a book bag and let's get the Oregon trailing.
Ah, hey, precious. Look, it's almost cookout season. I need you to be
Look,
ready with the Plan Bs and the Twisted Teas, because it's almost time for that type of thing outside. Okay, okay.
no, my COVID days is over. I'm not going back.
I'm talking to Precious. You
Oh, I got it. Got PTSD.
oh yeah. But still, man, like it's so ridiculous to me. Every time I meet someone who newly immigrates, I know, boo, I got you. Who newly immigrates into this country, I have to tell them, like, they're so, oh my God, this is how, and this is what people living like, and it's so expensive, and this is the best, worst country. I say it all the time. We have the most amenities of any apartment complex in the world,
Mm-hmm.
but you gonna pay dearly for them fucking amenities. You're
You
gonna
gonna get you gonna
dearly
pay something.
protection. You pay dearly for the ability to sit here, which is why I am proudly an American, because I pay dearly for the ability to sit here and say, outside of them two countries, I don't think anybody could do anything to us for real unless they somehow weaponize the people who are living here as migrants, as immigrants.
Listen, and I again, most of the immigrants that actually have their citizenship and that work hard to really take that test, they know a lot more about that law than we do.
I sure
Fact,
do.
So like when I tell
history
you,
of the country, all of that shit.
I watched like the first time I ever seen the hand of mother of the motherland strike a woman.
Mm-mm.
Oh man, it was beautiful. She now HOAs. Y'all know about HOAs, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So in most cases, you got the president of the HOA that's just really I don't want to say it this way, but it's normally like a bitch,
Mhm.
like just
Yeah.
annoying
I
and be
care.
knocking on their door for whatever reason. So like, and like where I lived, like right outside of like outward of Conshohock, and they was like White Marsh, Plymouth, and most of them were like HOA style houses. Like, and our high school was there. Sometimes you were like you were invited to a party or whatever the case may be. So this one specific family, they had their little party, whatever the case may be, graduation, And HOA person was like, "You guys are too loud and annoyed the ordinance." And she had back in the day the old speaker that like gave the ordinance thing. It looked like a bullhorn. It was like this big thing. She was just waving it in people's faces. Now, my homie's aunt, who the party was for, she said, "You work for me." Pow! And I'm talking about slap this lady. I'm talking when the lady got up, she had the hose. You know the water hose, the old green water hoses. She had it wrapped around her twice,
Love
like
it.
over, and she's like, "I'm calling the cops." And she said, "Call them." And she said something about you did something to me first, and bop bop bop. And the lady finally got the daggone, and her shoe was still there. She finally got the hose off her. The cops never came, and the music never stopped. But
Right.
that's how they honor the rules. They like, all right, you're going to make the rules. I pay you. You do what I tell you to do.
Correct.
And they turn the tide on her real quick.
And this is where
And we don't do that.
America's not fucking holding up their end of the bargain.
We not doing that. Like
We're not.
the way you work for me.
Me too.
Wow.
But see, anytime you've seen a white person get lippy with the cops, it be that in their blood that says my taxes pay your salary. And that in and of itself allows them the audacity to step in front of anything where we, on the other hand, would get shot. You see what I'm saying?
My taxes pay the salary too.
I understand that, but they still are in overseer mode. We're getting shot left and right. Still to this.
We getting shot.
So
pow pow, motherfucker. That's the difference.
Because 9 times out of 10, when they explain why they shot you on the news, you ain't paid your taxes. Listen.
There's a difference. Look, freeze, pow pow, and pow pow, freeze. There's a difference.
Absolutely. That's so which one? But yeah, like I see this whole idea of America, like the idea of America, and how much of that has been torn down since Trump's first presidency. Like I believe it was Trevor Noah who said, and I could be wrong, please, if I'm misquoting, but I believe it was Trevor Noah who said that Donald Trump has been the black light for America. Because it's a horrible, nasty ass, like when you stay in hotel rooms a lot and the stuff that goes on.
A lot of highlighted stains on them sheets.
Yeah.
When in fact you think about what Trump's and I didn't praise this, but I saw this with the first term. He's just showing y'all every single thing that has always been done quietly. He done said the quiet parts out loud. And I'm grateful for that.
Yeah.
Because now I know it's no game out here. And I'm either going to have to be immoral.
I mean, I said that from the gate. I said, like, it's not Trump that I have an issue with. Like, I rarely ever talk about him. Like, he's just an armpit. You know what I mean? Like a very, very wealthy armpit. But it's who he validates is always the issue. You know what I mean? Like it's he's not going to throw the stone. He's like, but how many people will? On what strength? And it's not anything reasonable or logical. It's not even observant. What strength are you throwing these stones? Because somebody told you to? That's very scary.
As an American, how many stones have you thrown on that basis, though? Because there's nothing that we do that is a stone being thrown without somebody telling us to, for real.
That's what I'm saying. And it's not that, and again, doing it to another country is only highlighting what we do to ourselves on a regular basis. Like it's just what it is.
And when you have a president that doesn't have any problem with a police type force stealing people, they've been stealing people out their beds since Elian Gonzalez. Let's keep it a
right. Remember him?
Yeah, they've been stealing children specifically, but people out their houses since Elian Gonzalez.
Meanwhile, he a whole lieutenant in the military now.
He
Bet y'all didn't know that.
Hmm.
And this is where it all falls down. Like we've been doing these things. This is nothing new. I've lived through all of this. We just see it more often because we have cameras everywhere.
Right.
It's in my mind, I feel like if and in fact we went back to not having so much news all over the place all the time, like William said, that the blackout for a little while, whatever, the country could get back to doing CIA type shit and we would be cool. It's just because we can see the mechanics of it now.
I mean, it's just gotten out of control at this point. It's like America is a country that's free. However, everybody's back is against the wall. You know what I mean? Like,
well, no, it's free from
yeah.
consequences. And I've always said that.
Well, I mean, I guess you can say consequences, but you still have the Me Too movement. You can be free from consequences. Like, I bet you them two white people at the Coldplay concert thought they were free of consequences.
No.
It's not that.
I didn't say it's free of consequence. I said it's free from everything except consequences. Meaning you could do whatever the fuck.
Oh, okay.
But
you're gonna pay for it.
To pay for it.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to pay for it. And if in fact it takes our media to literally drag you through the mud to get you to understand that you're gonna pay for it, like
that's a waste for me of taxpayer dollars.
But how the fuck did y'all name yourselves drag queens and not expect to get dragged at some point?
I mean, just looking at it from the outside in, it's just we spend a lot of money on things that we say want to keep us safe, but really are just means just really to destroy us or to really quarantine us.
Yeah.
Which is operating in a sense of like distrust. That's what I mean of like our backs being against the wall.
But our backs are gonna be against the wall because we have a whole world outside of this country. And see, I guess for me, that's where it falls down. That's where you got to make a stance on either side of the line, because either you got to be American enough to understand that them other countries out there could fuck you up, if and in fact you wasn't American or you wasn't America. Do y'all know how many videos I see of women of color specifically moving to these other countries because it's cheaper and it's this and it's that, and then they getting fucked literally by anybody who can break in their door and get no help from those countries because they're not from those countries. So all of those things that they tout and laud for the citizenship of this other country doesn't necessarily apply to you as an American once you go there. And I think that's where people get it fucked up.
It looks nice on camera though.
Which, and I often bring up, certain aspects and I would never say, when we say reintroduce the aspects of, let's say, segregation again, which if we keep up the way we're going, that's where we're headed. You know what I mean? Like, what would that look like for us as a people at this point? Mm-hmm. Like, in my opinion, have we, in case of a certain style of emergency where we're like, okay, we do see that big old wave of they're coming for a reason, and all them countries that we named, they got a reason to slap fire, and we not the one that they looking for. Do we have a place to go?
No.
Mm-mm.
And this is where I feel like, as much as he may be incentivizing or inciting certain people to do certain things as Americans against other Americans, we still got to be here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So in my mind, I guess the division that he sows here on this soil, because regardless of whatever, as badly as I feel for the families and the people who've been affected by this bullshit ass ICE thing, right? I ain't got nowhere to go. I ain't got nowhere to go. So do I then wind up underneath the Walmart in the camp because I'm a badmouth these niggas until they ready to get rid of me? I ain't got nowhere else to go.
And that to me is where we run into the issue. Really, is like, okay, we have, we have our propaganda that's going on that's telling us one thing intra, that's causing us to have a dissension amongst even genders when we deal with the United States citizens, and all the while you have a bunch of different countries looking at us like, y'all so daggone disheveled, it's not even funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't even know where like you said, you don't know where your money is going. You don't know where your resources are coming from. And on top of that, y'all a bunch of lab rats out here, most of us.
Can't live with them.
You know what I mean? Like, and it's not necessarily, we're more so, as far as when you're dealing with melanin and how we are, it was determined probably early 2000s that there's entertainment value in us, but we're not necessarily the aspect of how United States is functionally run. Where back in the day they be like, ill, da 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 da, we don't want black people, blah blah blah. They finally realized that there's an image and a characterization and a caricature that sells.
Mm-hmm.
Hip hop, and it bled over into cross-cultural genres. We got K-pop now. We got fucking the Middle East got their hip hop. The freaking everybody got it, but they look at us now as in a different light. However, the light of the other side has not changed. It's actually gotten worse. It's really gotten functionally worse. Like, where a Nigerian, when I was growing up, would be proud to have gone to school, go through the roots of going to and becoming valedictorian, and then getting accepted into Harvard. Now, getting accepted into Harvard, they got a story to tell about. Is it even worth it?
No,
most of them don't have positive stories to tell about going to those schools.
I'm still paying back $115,000 loan that I took out for my son's schooling, and I could have sent this nigga to Mexico for like 20 grand. It's pissing me the fuck off right now.
And especially like where we're living in a hyper-driven economy that's like. And a friend of mine and I were talking about this. It's like a show improved society where, remember back in the day where you could bullshit your way through like an interview and a resume and everything like that? Now you can't do that. You gotta come with your credentials. Even with call center work, like you said, entry level, you gotta have a degree.
Well,
to even step in the door.
This is where I get pissed off, right? I'm trying not to go crazy. My skin started feeling like it was running from my face for a second. Did y'all ever go and watch the Jeffrey Epstein Filthy Rich installment?
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all remember them talking about him being a huge part of that big ass Ponzi scheme where everybody went down in the 90s?
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all remember them saying he went to jail for that shit?
I remember him and this dude from New York went to jail.
How long? Long enough to fuck up his money?
Yeah, he was in jail for a minute. I think he's still in jail.
Who, Epstein's?
No, not Epstein, but the other dude that took the hit.
Dude. Right.
Yeah, he took the hit.
He's out because he was in the documentary.
Oh,
but
was he? Okay, okay.
He
broke as hell though.
Epstein's got no years. Epstein
Mhm.
stayed out with all that money. And this is the problem I have with what I see, where we got this shit coming out about the Epsteins and nobody's in jail. The idea that these people were allowed, they knew this was coming, is where I guess the way the world is looking at it pisses me off. Because the idea that these people are continuing to be allowed to do anything in any sort of powerful seat.
I mean, the world itself is not a cave, which means that like there's going to be like where there's a shadow, eventually light's going to have to hit there. I mean, that's something that we've known since the beginning of time, and they try to go and keep whatever it is in the circular shadow, but eventually you can't. And it just takes one hiccup, one goofy, like you said. Trump is America's blacklight, and there's a couple people in society right now in other countries that are highlighting a lot of disastrous things right now.
It's aggravating.
Putin, you know.
Yeah, man. It's aggravating. Like, it's aggravating to have people like Putin continuously shine a light towards things, religiously speaking.
But then,
and they still want to force it.
But then you got Bull from Africa. I can't young dude who everybody forgot about that connection that Africa has with France, the whole continent of Africa, especially those Western territories. And he was like, we cutting this off today. No more. Now France is hollering out and screaming like, oh God, we don't know what to do. Our economy's failing. And they're looking for Africa for help.
Oh well, nigga, fuck
the
yeah.
very people y'all been stealing from, you now need help from.
And see, this is where
it kind of reminds me of America.
Right. That's exactly what I was gonna say. This is where we gotta.
I mean, we sitting on a lot of resources stealing from other people, and it's like, all right, now, like, nobody's saying drain all wells dry, but that's why I reserve my right to say, am I a socialist? Am I this? I know that here are some facts. We are a greedy society. So I have to take that into consideration when I make a determination as to what I stand on. I'm tired of watching the cycle of burying people and then ordering the same food that's going to put you in the grave next. I'm tired of not being able to read the ingredients, and I have a pretty good literacy rate. I'm tired of not being able to afford my medication depending on how the fiscal year turns.
Or food, or gas for transportation, or lights, or water.
Everything.
Who's determining the price of eggs? We still never even. We talked about that 2 seasons ago. We still don't know.
It's all connected, y'all. I don't know how yet, but I promise you, when I figure it out, y'all will be the first to know. It's all connected. It's gotta be.
I learned. I mean, and it's crazy because I look on the carton and it says homegrown. So why is it whenever we have an issue over there, the cost of the homegrown eggs go up?
Maybe the
I wasn't ever going to say anything, but seeing as though we're bringing this stuff up, let's talk about it all. Like, I noticed this. Like, why is this happening? Is it homegrown or is it not?
That's what it says.
If so, where's it going? Where else is it going? And who canceled the contract?
I wonder. It's
them chickens.
Yeah, the chickens. Ain't nobody here but us chickens. So what do we know, right?
Man, and they looking at us like I mean, the cost of we in society have thought, probably until we had that conversation a couple weeks ago, that gold was the thing that drove our dollar.
Yeah.
We had this. why don't we know? Like, and there's no offense to anybody here because I've just recently found this out.
Mhm.
But why don't we as a society know what the value of our own currency is? For those of you guys that have turned in all of your pennies and you don't know the value of copper,
Because I damn sure ain't turning my pennies into no bank.
I'm just trying to help you out. They steal copper pipes. Here's what they steal. They steal copper pipes out of homes. You never thought to wonder why. And they steal catalytic converters. And you ever wonder what a catalytic converter is made out of? Well, fuck it. Well, anyway, it's certain things that we just don't know as a society, and other countries know, and they're like, y'all have this shit, and it's already molded to what we need it to be. It's already fabricated.
Yep.
We'll just take it from you because you have no value and resource on it anyway. You treat it like shit. You treat a thing that's worth X amount of dollars per gram, you treat it at the value of a penny.
Listen, you treat the people who make up the GDP that runs your dollar, that says how much money they're gonna pay in taxes is how much your dollar is worth, like shit, like the penny.
Did you know there's a market value on melanin?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why it's so expensive to send the spaceships, because they have to coat them. And don't get me started.
I believe it's $500 per milligram.
Mm-hmm.
$12,000, if I'm not mistaken, it's $12,000 an ounce or something crazy like that. Melanin is more than gold.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all don't believe me, you can Google it. Like I didn't know it was even on the scale. Like, you can actually. Like, so where are you getting this melanin? Wait a minute.
Wonder how that works.
you saw how my brain went, right? I was like, hold up now.
No.
And we out here too stupid to even understand. Like, how do you even weigh this?
And
the only way you can weigh it is if you can take it from me. Like,
that's a conversation for a different time, because this is where we get crossed up in the
that's why you're asking. I'm not a socialist. I'm not one of them people. Just give me my book bag. My kids.
Just feel like, right, but you can't. Nobody's an island. So if and in fact you want to continue your line, you're gonna have to be around people at some point, William.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, y'all remember when black folk used to run, you would run too.
Mm-hmm.
There's a generation that skip because y'all don't do that no more.
Oh,
if my ass go running, you go ahead and don't run.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's wild. That threw me all the way off. I'm sorry, y'all. Because who don't run no more?
What you running for?
My health. My health. Oh, wow. Well, listen, yeah. We've been talking about like the ins and outs of what we see versus what the world sees, and the world is seeing it from the outside the same way those of us are seeing it from the bottom. And that's kind of crazy. But
they don't like us.
They don't like us no more.
They don't like y'all.
Not us that they don't like.
They don't like them.
Them.
Right.
The problem with them is that most of us live in places where shit that they belong to is near that. And so there is no aim good.
I mean, we can have one weekend of like a beach party. What's that, John? That was back in the early 2000s.
What you talking about, Freaknik?
Yeah, just one
Yeah.
big weekend and watch the sky light up for a minute. Be like, think it's safe to go back home. Nothing to see here.
I'm gonna real quick, we're gonna zoom out for a second because while we sit here and we talk about pawns on the board, the rest of the world is watching the board as well. And other countries don't just see America as power, they see us as contradiction. They see a nation that exports freedom but struggles to distribute it evenly at home. They see innovation, culture, and influence, but also division, distraction, and a habit of reacting instead of strategizing. From the outside looking in, it's not always confusing. It is calculated, though. They study how we move, how we spend, how we respond to pressure, because on a global board, every misstep isn't just a mistake, it's an opportunity for somebody else. And that's why these things that we're talking about tonight matter. Because if we don't learn to think long term and to move with intention, as William was talking about, to understand that every choice that echoes beyond our neighborhoods, we stay predictable. And predictable players don't win, they get played. Question isn't just what America looks like to us, it's what does our strategy look like to them. This is Chestnut Checkers, and it's always deeper than the moves you see. I hope y'all have a great rest of y'all Wednesday.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we are Chestnut Checkers. Make sure you tune in every Wednesday. You can check us out on what is that? YouTube, Facebook. I always want to say Twitter, but it's Twitch. You can check us out on Twitch. You can also check us out. Some of our clips are on TikTok. Just make sure you check us out. We're also on Instagram, Chestnut Checkers. If you look at the blue and gold, you will find us. I am William Alexander. We have Kristen Rare Sense Wilson, and we have the wonderful, lovely Lavania in the building. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your evening. Take care.
Night, everybody.
No quick flips, no easy wins. The game